Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce myself. I am William Frederick Cody, but more than likely you know me as Buffalo Bill. I would like to invite you all to visit my museum in Cody, Wyoming, the Buffalo Bill Center of the West. I'll introduce you to Annie Oakley and Chief Sitting Bull. You'll see nearly all the guns of that time and how the Indians really lived. So come along with me. The Wild West show will come alive in front of your very eyes. William Cody, or as we know him, Buffalo Bill, was born just west of the Mississippi River near LeClaire, Iowa, on February 26, 1846. At age 12, he worked for a wagon train headed to Fort Laramie, Wyoming. The next year, he participated in the gold rush to Colorado, and at 15, he reportedly rode for the Pony Express. By the end of his life, he had come to symbolize the American frontier itself. Cody served as a scout for the Union Army in the Civil War. On March 6, 1866, he married Louisa Frederick. They had 4 children, Arta Lucille, Kit Carson, Ara Maud, and Irma Louise. In 1867, Cody hunted buffalo meat for the Kansas Pacific Railroad, earning his nickname Buffalo Bill and his reputation as an expert shot. The next year, he was employed as a civilian scout and guide for the 5th Cavalry. His experience and skills as a plainsman made him an invaluable tracker and fighter. On April 26, 1872, Cody became one of only 4 civilian scouts to be awarded the United States Congressional Medal of Honor during the Indian Wars for valor in action. Cody had a combination of charisma and frontier know-how. He did publicity for the Army of the West. With Buffalo Bill as a guide, accompanied by General Sheridan and General George Custer, they took visiting dignitaries on lavish hunting expeditions. These excursions were full-scale media events, glamorizing both the military and Cody. Magazines romanticized with inflated truths his life, which made him very popular. In 1872, dime novel writer Ned Buntland persuaded Cody to portray himself on stage. The show business bug hit Cody. Later he formed his own combination, which included James Butler Wild Bill Hickok and Texas Jack Omohundro. In 1883, Cody created what would become Buffalo Bill's Wild West, playing to enthusiastic crowds throughout the United States and Europe for 30 years.
Hi, I'm Annie Oakley. At age 15, I won a shooting contest against an experienced marksman named Frank Butler. We later married in 1876. I joined Buffalo Bill's Wild West in 1885. At 5 feet tall, I was given the nickname Little Sure Shot by Sitting Bull because at 30 paces, I'd hit dimes tossed into the air and shot cigarettes from Frank's lips. With Buffalo Bill's Wild West shows, we performed all through America and even in Europe before royalty. Theaters was calling complimentary tickets Annie Oakley's because the holes they punched into them looked like the cards I shot in my act. I earned more than anyone except Buffalo Bill himself. In 1894, I was filmed for one of Thomas Edison's earliest kinetoscopes. I decided to slow down after a bad rail accident in 1901. So, I toured in a play written about my career. You might have seen my story in modern-day stage musicals and films, including Annie, Get Your Gun. You just can't believe it all. It's like 5 amazing museums in one Wild West. Here's the Wildlife Museum now. Of course, you know I love guns. Who doesn't? This is one of the largest collections in the world.
I'm Chief Sitting Bull. Our tribes followed the seasonal grazing and migration of the bison and often lived in teepees because they were easily disassembled when hunting. Our culture became very popular in literature and art for Native Americans everywhere. We respected the spirit of the buffalo, who gave us meat. We believed in using all parts of the buffalo to make items used in everyday life, such as tools, knives, and clothing. The white man did not give the bison the same respect. Buffalo Bill Cody spoke in favor of protecting the bison. But the United States wanted bison herds eliminated. In 1875, General Sheridan pleaded to Congress to slaughter the herds, to deprive us of our source of food, forcing us to move off our lands and onto reservations because of our starvation. My tears fell upon the ground, as bison were slaughtered and left behind to decay. After the animals rotted, their bones were collected and shipped back east in large quantities for money. This meant that the bison were hunted to near extinction, leaving their numbers to only a few hundred by the early 1900s.
They also have this great gift shop where you're sure to find whatever you want. You will love all the shops and restaurants too.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hey, we really appreciate it. Now, YouTube's got these videos here they picked for you to watch, and they're ours, too.